Body painting has been around for thousands of years, with the use of clay and other natural pigments, often in ceremonies and used by almost every tribe of people from around the world. And this, in a way, has led to the use of modern cosmetics and makeup, but on a much more conservative scale. Since the 1960s, there has been a revival of body painting, due in part to the changing attitude to how we view the body in mainstream media. From fine art painting to face painting, cos painting to optical illusions. In this video, we'll look at the work of 5 incredible body painting artists. Probably one of the most well-known artists working in this area is Craig Tracy from New Orleans in the United States. Craig has been an artist from childhood, from when he was given the creative freedom and encouragement to follow his passions by his parents, who could at best be described as working-class hippies. His early years were filled with drawings and paintings, but it was when he got an airbrush from his parents for his 15th birthday, it set him on his way for the work he was going to do for the next 20 years. Craig said that it was when he painted his first face that it really clicked with him, and later he realised he'd fallen in love with body painting, though it took him a further 5 or 6 years before he took the subject seriously. Through using the internet, he discovered other artists that he admired and studied their work, and then developed his own ideas. This led to his first series of 15 pieces called the Nature Series, which was well received, and some of the pieces became iconic works in their own right, and Craig has become one of the leading artists in this field. Craig uses a combination of background images and the models themselves to create an image where the model provides the outline but otherwise almost disappears from the painting, as in the tiger and the leopard from the Painted Alive series. But the more we are amazed by the quality of the work, the more mind-boggling the fact is that from the age of 3, Craig has gradually been going blind with a degenerative eye condition, which means he has almost no depth perception, is extremely short-sighted, and has an astigmatism, so his vision is distorted. None of which you would believe when you see the quality of his work, which is now described as the first fine art body painting. In a world where most of the things we see online have been digitally altered in some way or another, or even completely digitally created, Japanese artist Chu San brings us body art which looks like it's been created on a computer, but in fact is all hand painted without a computer in sight. Chu San started her drawing with doodles of eyes she drew on the back of her hands during study breaks as an art student at the Musashino Art University in Tokyo, Japan. She became bored with all the digitally created and altered imagery and decided to see how far she could go by painting her ideas directly onto real models rather than photoshopping photos of them. The results of her body paintings using just acrylic paints are not only very realistic but also rather unsettling sometimes, with misplaced eyes and mouths, zippers, laces and buttoned up body parts. Chu San now makes a living selling products with her innovative designs on the web. Nikki Shelley came to prominence for her face painting after gaining a large following on Facebook. Her horror-themed paintings have launched the 34-year-old mum from Rugby in the United Kingdom to a level of fame she never believed possible. It all started out when she did some Halloween face painting for her kids. She received a lot of comments on how good they were. As time went by, the kids got bored with the face painting, so she started to paint her own face, and it was then she discovered her newfound love of horror makeup. In many of the designs, her face is barely visible underneath all the detail that is incredibly intricate, with sharp menacing teeth and skin flaking off. In many of her works, she is against a black background, which when combined with the blacked out eyes, mouth and skull parts makes her look very scary indeed, much more than the Halloween ones she did for her kids. Kay Pike uses body paint to transform her model looks to that of comic book heroes and villains in what she calls cos painting, a variation on the cosplay theme. The 28-year-old model and designer now has over 12,000 fans on Instagram and now live streams her creations from start to finish, which can take up to 15 hours and cost up to $150 for just the paint alone. Kay's work includes popular comic book characters including Superman, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Robin from Batman, as well as cult figures from the world of Marvel and Japanese manga. Originally a fan of dressing up for cosplay events, Kay discovered that she could use her artistic skills and transform her appearance with paint instead of clothing. After posting the initial results online, she soon found she had thousands of followers. She only started painting herself in December of 2015, and it was after she did a face paint version of Attack on Titan, a character with a skinless body, that it went viral, and she was invited to stream painting live online, where she has been doing a body painting live stream on Twitch TV twice a week ever since. Although Kay has only been practicing body painting for the past few months, she has always been interested in art. Kay was a fine art painter long before she tried her hand at cos painting. She said that she'd slowly been learning how to paint herself by trial and error, as it was a much more difficult medium to work on, as the body paints don't behave in at all the same way as canvas paints do. After she has finished the painting, she then does a photo shoot to record it and then uploads the pictures and videos to the internet. 29-year-old German artist Gesine Marwadel creates both beautiful and yet terrifying pieces of art that are sometimes realistic or surreal, and again using techniques that almost completely hide the model. Although she is best known for her body artworks, she studied rehabilitation science from 2005 to 2008 and finished with a Bachelor of Arts graduation. From 2009 to 2016, she was working as a speech therapist. Gesine believes that art can be therapeutic. She has also published a book on how body painting can be used as therapy, though her full-time job is now as an art creative therapist in a centre for autism therapy. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then don't forget to please thumbs up and subscribe for more, and if you have any ideas for videos you'd like to see, then please let us know in the comments below.